Long ago, in a bustling port city, there lived a wealthy merchant named Marcus. He was known throughout the marketplace for his sharp mind, quick calculations, and shrewd business sense. To many, Marcus was the very image of wisdom and success. But his son, young Leo, was seen very differently. Leo was quiet, often absent-minded, and had a habit of making choices that made others laugh. Children of his age teased him, calling him foolish, and even some of the workers in Marcus's shop whispered that the boy would never live up to his father's name. One busy morning at the market, Marcus was negotiating prices with other traders when a rival merchant, one who had long envied his success, spoke loudly for all to hear. "Marcus," the man sneered, "you are clever indeed. But tell me, why is your son so stupid? Every day I test him, and every day he proves himself a fool." Marcus narrowed his eyes. "What do you mean?" he asked. The rival chuckled and raised his voice so the crowd could hear. "Each morning I present your son with 2 coins, one bright gold, one plain silver. I ask, which is worth more? And guess what? He always chooses the silver." The market roars with laughter. "You, the great Marcus, have a son who cannot even tell gold from silver." The crowd erupted into laughter, pointing at Leo. Marcus's face flushed red with shame. Without another word, he took his son by the hand and led him quickly home. Inside their house, Marcus shut the door and turned to his son, his voice stern. "Leo, I want the truth. Do you know which coin is worth more, gold or silver?" Leo looked up and answered softly but without hesitation. "Yes, father, gold is more valuable than silver." Marcus froze, stunned. "Then why? Why do you keep choosing the silver coin in front of everyone? Do you not see how they mock you and me as well?" For a moment Leo was silent. Then he gave a small smile. He knelt beside his bed, pulled out a wooden chest hidden beneath, and opened it. Inside, rolls of cloth tied with string concealed dozens upon dozens of neatly stacked silver coins. Marcus's eyes widened in disbelief. "Where did you get all of this?" he asked. Leo replied quietly, almost playfully. "Every morning that merchant offers me the choice. If I take the gold, the game will end, and I'll have only 1 coin. But if I take the silver," he laughs, the crowd laughs, and the next day he brings another. Day after day, I keep choosing silver, and day after day, the chest grows heavier. In time I will have far more than the worth of a single gold coin." Marcus stood speechless. For the first time, he realized that the boy others called foolish was thinking in a way no one else had noticed. Beneath Leo's silence and simplicity lay a quiet kind of wisdom.
Marcus sat in silence before the small wooden chest overflowing with silver. His heart swelled with both surprise and pride. For years, he had believed his son careless and naive. But now he realized that true wisdom often hides behind a quiet smile and patient actions. He reached out, placing a hand on Leo's shoulder. "My son," he said softly. "I thought you ignored the laughter of others out of weakness. But you have shown me a strength I did not expect." Leo simply smiled, saying nothing more. His calm eyes shone with quiet confidence, and Marcus understood that his son did not need to defend himself with words. His actions spoke more loudly than any explanation ever could. The next day at the market, the rival merchant repeated his usual trick. He placed a gold coin and a silver coin before Leo, smirking as the crowd gathered to watch. Once again, Leo chose the silver. Laughter erupted around them, but Marcus did not feel shame this time. He stood tall, even smiling, as he watched his son slip the coin into his pocket. To Marcus, every laugh in the crowd now sounded different. It no longer stung. Instead, it echoed with a hidden truth. The people were blind to what was unfolding before their eyes. Weeks passed, then months. The chest beneath Leo's bed grew heavier. And one morning, as Marcus helped his son stack the coins, he asked with a hint of curiosity, "Will you ever take the gold, Leo?" The boy paused, then gave a small, knowing smile. He didn't answer in words, but Marcus understood. One day, when the time was right, Leo would end the game and step into a new chapter of his life. Until then, he was content to let others laugh. Not long after, rumors began to spread through the market. Whispers traveled from stall to stall. Perhaps the foolish boy was not foolish at all. Slowly, people began to question themselves who was truly wise and who had been blind. The rival merchant, upon hearing of the growing chest of silver, turned pale with shame. He had thought himself clever for mocking Leo day after day, but in truth, he had been the one fooled all along. His pride had blinded him, while the boy he ridiculed quietly gained more than he ever imagined. The game ended soon after, but Leo did not mind. He already had enough to begin his own path. and more importantly, he had earned his father's trust and respect. Marcus never forgot that moment of revelation. He had learned that wisdom does not always reveal itself through argument or brilliance. Sometimes it lies in patience, in silence, in the courage to endure laughter while quietly building something greater. When people asked Marcus whether his son was clever or simple, he would only smile and say, "Sometimes, what the world calls foolishness is the highest form of wisdom." If you are listening to this story, remember this. Do not be discouraged when others laugh at you. The world often mocks what it does not yet understand. True strength is not in proving others wrong, but in knowing your own path and walking it with patience and faith. If this story has touched your heart, please give the video a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here, we share not only inspiring stories, but also healing, meditation, music, the soothing sounds of the sea, the rain, the forest, and the rivers. Together, let us create a space of peace, inspiration, and light.